everybody, welcome back to Peachy and Pebbles, and today I'm going to be talking about poisonous foods to dogs. So the first one is grapes and raisins. You really got to be careful when you're eating grapes that you don't drop any because they are little tiny balls and they will roll off counters. Those are really toxic to dogs, even if they just get into one. We accidentally dropped this. It was like the vine, not the vine, but like the sticks of it. But all the grapes were eaten, but there were like maybe like one tiny, like little I don't know, like flap of it, and it dropped on the floor, and Sadie got into it and was chewing on it, and I was like, "What are you eating?" And I picked it up, and yeah, so she got into that, and we were really nervous, but thank goodness nothing happened to her. The next thing that is poisonous to dogs is onions. So especially when you're chopping onions into tiny little pieces to put into a meal, you definitely got to be careful your dogs do not get into those. Or anything that is seasoned with onions, like garlic or anything, especially bone broth. Some bone broths are really great, and you can put those on lick mats and freeze them, and they're really great for your dog, but you have to really be careful that you're looking at all the ingredients in that bone broth, because most bone broths have it's boiled, not boiled, but it's like roasting in onions, so you definitely got to be careful. I did have this bone broth thing, and I was like, oh great, we can use this for my dogs, and I was looking at the ingredients right before I was going to give it to my dogs. Thank goodness I did. It had onions in it, so you definitely got to be careful with that. The next thing is, of course, chocolate. Most people know this, but I'm just going to say it. Chocolate, that's really poisonous to dogs. Really be careful when it comes to chocolate chips, especially the mini ones. Those can drop without you knowing, and your dog can eat it. And even if it's just a very tiny bit, like 3 or 5 mini chocolate chips, that can still really mess your dog up. And especially when you're throwing, if you eat, let's just say you like those jumbo Twix bars, if you ate like half of it and then you didn't like it or it went bad and you tossed it in your trash can, and especially if your dog is a trash can forager, they will find that and gobble it up. Sadie did get into a Milky Way bar that was thrown away in the garbage can, but she raided the garbage can and she ate like that much of a big Milky Way bar. That was really scary. I think she did throw up. I don't really know, but she's fine. The next thing is alcohol. Of course, you don't want to feed or let your dog drink alcohol. And if you just spill it, just be really careful that your dogs do not lick that up. So yeah, don't give your dog alcohol. The next one is avocado. So no avocado, no guacamole. Just be careful when you're throwing like those plastic packages that have guacamole in it. It's just out of their reach. Be careful when you're chopping up avocado. Just avoid all this stuff. Make sure your dog's not in the kitchen when you're cutting up any of this stuff, because it can accidentally drop, and then your dog is just staring at the floor, and then they'll snatch it up real quick before you can grab it from them. The next one is macadamia nuts. Kind of random, but your dogs can't have them, so be careful when you're eating these nuts that you don't drop one on your couch or in between your couch cushions or on the floor, and you just really make sure to clean up your mess. And the last one is xylitol. Now it's I guess a food, well, it's found in some foods. So xylitol is in most toothpastes, so that is why you definitely do not want to brush your dog's teeth with human toothpaste, because most of it has xylitol in it, and xylitol is highly poisonous to dogs. You also got to make sure some peanut butters have xylitol in it. Yes, dogs love peanut butter, and I actually make homemade treats for my dogs, and I actually sell them too. So, but dogs love peanut butter, but you really got to make sure that there's no xylitol in it. And gum, lots of gum have xylitol in it for a sweetener. And again, I like to share my stories that have happened with dangerous things so that it really gets you guys to be very cautious when it comes to all this. So I gave my sister some gum for a gift. Forgot, it could have been like Easter or something, her birthday. And one dropped on the floor. We were like tearing through the garbage can because she, like, it was hours later, and then she remembered it was only like 5 pieces or something, and she noticed that one was missing, and so we were freaking out because it had xylitol in it. That was like the 3rd ingredient or something. And yeah, we were searching everywhere, like literally everywhere. Once we took out the trash, and like we did that, we dug that trash bag out. We were looking through all the trash. Maybe like, did we throw it away on accident? We were looking everywhere, and like literally everywhere. And so since we couldn't find it, we just figured that Sadie ate it. So we called the vet, and if you guys know, even if you call like a poison control center, it's like $80 just to call. So we called them because we were really nervous because xylitol can give your dog seizures and potentially lead to death if they have a lot. So we're freaking out, even though that's the last thing you should do is to freak out. But she was like a puppy then, so especially if she was a puppy. And so we called, and they were like, well, bring her to the vet immediately. They're gonna have to like pump her and monitor her blood sugar all throughout the night. So she would have to spend the night at the vet clinic, and it was like absolutely chaos. So we're getting dressed, ready to, because it was like 8 o'clock at night. So we're getting dressed, ready to take her to the vet. We're freaking out. And then we just decide that we're not gonna do that. Turns out, oh no, wait. I forgot a part. So we're like, okay, let's just search the house one more time before we bring her to the vet to get all this awful stuff. So we're searching. We found the last piece of gum. It was under a foam rug thing. We found it, so we never took her to the vet. It was all okay. But that is just the whole point of me telling you guys that story, was so that you were very, very cautious on you don't drop anything, because it can like be really serious. So yeah, do very, very careful on how to clean up after yourself. So. And notice how all of those stories were with Sadie and not Wesley. It's because she's a little mischievous monkey. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!